There was a whole time where the tabloids had picked up some story that we were together, that me and Farhan were together. They were putting all these articles about it. So one day Farhan called me. He's like, listen.
Hi Kalki. So our team has picked up some really interesting and special photographs of you, and you need to tell us the stories behind it.
Sure. So this first one is in Pondicherry. I happened to be staying in Pondi because it was the lockdown as well. So we were staying at my mother's house, and it's with Gaye and Sappho. And we realized we didn't have any lots of family photos because we'd been in lockdown. So there was a photographer there, and yeah, he took a couple of nice shots of us. So yeah, there you go. Next, this is a while back when me and my dad did we took our Himalayans and we did this show called Great Escape with Fox, and it was through all the northeast. We were in Assam, Arunachal, I think just Assam and Arunachal, and we went to lots of places. I think it was about 15 days of traveling. So it was, yeah, it's quite a ride. And I think this particular photo happened when there was a problem with the bikes and we got bored of fixing it, and we just lay down in the grass. And we were like zombies because we were shooting getting up at 5 a.m., shooting mostly in the daytime, day hours, right? So early mornings, and we had to finish by 5 p.m., 6 p.m. because sunset would happen earlier. So it was quite hectic to be on the road like that. Oh, this is Waiting. Waiting was a beautiful film. Naseeruddin Shah, and Naseer is playing this old man whose wife is in a coma, and I'm playing a young woman whose husband is in a coma. And it's all about the struggles of waiting for a loved one. Yeah, very much enjoyed it. We were shooting in Kochi, and it was also the Biennale. I remember we were going for that. And Kochi was, I mean, it's a beautiful area, Kerala. We ate a lot of food. So this was workshops with Sid for Kogayam Kahan, and we were, so the workshops were being run by Sheena Khalid and Pooja Saroop, who are just really amazing and creative and make us do all kinds of silly things like screaming around in the room and running and jumping on the tables and all that, really warm you up. And I think they had taken this photo of us, and we were admiring ourselves. I don't know what I think we were looking at our photo. Oh, and also I was using a camera because I was learning to be a photographer in the film. So I was also taking a lot of photos of Sid. So yeah, we were probably reacting to one of those photos. I don't know. It's probably a photo that we deleted and you'll never get to see. Oh, hello, monkey.
Just monkeying around, aren't you? Is this your new friend in Goa?
Yeah. What's this monkey doing here?
Using the sketch to image feature on the Galaxy Tab S10 Ultra, we've added a new element to this frame.
That's really bizarre. This is a bowl which has all the peels and leftovers of food. So this was our compost bin. We had a big ditch in the ground, and it was on the other side of the garden, so you had to walk across a lot of snake territory to get there. So that's why I wear these gumboots to go. And yeah, you put your organic stuff, and then you cover it with a layer of dirt, and that way you save a few more animals in trees. And we're not here anymore. We've moved from this house. This was last year we were still there. We just shifted because my daughter started a new school and we had to be closer to school. Oh my God, this must have been Ekta Diane promotions. I think promotions just become this kind of they just all mash into one because you get asked the same questions over and over. So the whole tour just becomes like one blur. You're just like getting ready for the next event, changing outfits, putting on the new earrings and new heels, and that's it. So yeah, Huma, Ekta, and myself, somewhere in North India, doing promotions for Ekta. So this is a photo by Shivaji Storm Sen. He's really creative, and I mean, if you look at his Instagram, you'll see he's done some really awesome photos. And this was like a funny, clowny kind of, just me dressed up at home with my own clothes, doing my own makeup, making a silly own face. So yeah, that's. This, of course, is the poster for, or a cropped version of the poster from Zindagi Na Milegi Dobara, which we shot in Bandstand. I think it was one of the promotion photos. And Farhan is lucky enough to be next to me in the picture. So that's that. You know, yeah. You know the history we have. There was a whole time where the tabloids had picked up some story that we were together, that me and Farhan were together. They were putting all these articles about it. So one day Farhan called me. He's like, listen, before we move in together, we should at least agree on the color of the walls, no? So it was a funny time. And just to let you know, don't take the tabloids too seriously. Don't take this interview too seriously. Oh, yes. Why were me and Deepti laughing in this scene? I think because she had dementia, but she was teaching me how to wear a sari. Because, you know, in the scene, right before this, I'm dressing her up in a sari. But my pleats were so bad that she's like, stop, stop, stop. In real life. So in the film, she has forgotten how to put a sari on. So I'm putting her sari on for her. But in real life, I was like, arey yaar, these pleats are not good. She's like, yeah, you're doing it wrong. And she was fixing it for me. So we were probably laughing about that situation. We laughed a lot during this film because we cried so much in the film. And the film is so moving. And there's a lot of intense scenes between us. So I think off camera, there was this need to like just burst out into laughter and counter the other intense emotions. Me and Richa promoting for Georgia. So we had gone to Sweden for that shoot, which was a lot of fun as well. We were doing a road trip through Sweden in the summer. And I just remember that Richa had a really hard time being vegetarian. And finally, she found one like salad bar, and we would have to go to the salad bar every day in Malmo. Yeah, and I had a lot of trouble driving on the right-hand side of the road. I was usually the driver in the story, so I really had trouble driving on the right, and it was really dangerous sometimes. But thankfully, Swedish people are quite tolerant, and they found it quite entertaining to see a Bollywood set in their country. I guess it doesn't happen too often. This is pre-moms. We both become moms since then. That's pretty cool. I went to see her recently, and we bonded a lot on mamahood and the struggles of it, especially the early months. This is just at the beginning of this year. I turned 40, so it was a big one, and we decided to go to Paris for my 40th birthday. And this is in front of my Chacha's tower. My great-grand-uncle was the chief engineer of the Eiffel Tower. So, I mean, yeah, like it was just a click. We were walking past, we weren't going to the Eiffel Tower because we've been before. It was just in remembrance. It was very cold. It snowed. That was pretty cool that like it hardly ever snows in Paris. And it snowed just for those like 2 days. This is just after, when we got back to India, my friends had pulled in a holiday for me and Gaye. Because when we went to Paris, we went with Sappho, and we realized that we haven't had a holiday without Sappho since she was born. So they organized it all so that they would be babysitting Sappho, taking her to school, everything, and not worry about Sappho for 2 days. And they sent us off to just off the coast of Maharashtra, near Goa only, where there's this divers of Ingoria. And we had an amazing time. A big reminder that we need to make space for just us also. Before Sappho was born, we used to bond on that. Yeah, we went to Sinai in Egypt to the Blue Hole, which is absolutely incredible. He's a really experienced diver. I'm a little less experienced, but yeah, we used to do a lot of dives. Now less. Oh, me and Shai. This must have been promotions for Margarita, I guess. I don't know why she's looking so terrified in the picture though. Maybe we're watching the film for the first time and she's like, oh my God. I don't know. And I have a little bit of this kind of smile like, oh my God, what's going on? So I have no idea what we're looking at, but yeah, promotions for Margarita with a straw. It's one of those films that's once in a lifetime. You get really, really few scripts like that you cherish for your life. This is again Zindagi. I think this was the shoot for the last song in the film. Sooraj ke baahon mein ab hai ye zindagi. I'm such a bad dancer. Okay. This is just recently, this summer I was in France shooting for a film called Her Song, which is my first international production. It's a French-American co-production. And I'm speaking mostly in French. 80% of my lines are in French. So that was quite a challenge. And yeah, it was, you know, I mean, it was a dream come true to go and work there. And I think I'm just having a nice morning stretch because, you know, we started early in the mornings. Yeah. This is our reunion, 10-year reunion of Yeh Jawaani Hai Deewani, when 3 of us have become parents now, right? I'm not sure Deepika was a parent yet. She wasn't. No. But yeah, it was great to have a little reunion and catch up with everyone. And yeah, man, it was good fun. I don't think that it makes sense to have a part 2 in general. Like, I'm not a fan of part 2s, really, because like there's something iconic about a movie, and when you try to do part 2, you just regurgitate the same thing. You're trying to remake the same thing, and it never works. It'd be great to do another film completely with this cast. Yeah. Like, that would be awesome. Yeah. But I'm not a fan of the part 2 idea. Yes, most recent picture. This one happened in Delhi. What was I doing? I was hosting an event, and the event was delayed and more delayed. So I got really bored because I was completely ready, because they were like, rush, rush, hurry, hurry, you gotta be ready. And I was ready with costume, hair, makeup, everything was ready. And then when you're in a sari, you can't, you know, you're just feeling very restricted, like and you don't want to crush the sari, and you're ready. And they just weren't. And it took 1 hour, 2 hours. I think 2.5 hours I was waiting in the room. So finally I put on some Tamil music and started dancing wildly, which I also posted a story of, to show that, you know, this is what happens when you make somebody wait for too long ready in costume. Yeah.
So during this interview, our team has taken a candid photograph of you using our Samsung Galaxy S24 Ultra.
Yeah.
Let me just quick share this image with you, and we would love if you could autograph this for us.
Sure.